Hey everybody, Mattisfaction here, pulling off some of this label. Inside here is a Apex knife, and I don't know which one. And instead of researching it, I decided I would treat this as if I were just walking through Walmart, looking at knives on the shelf or whatever store you may be at. And then just be, asking some questions. Hey, what's this knife, So, I don't think this one would be hanging out at a Walmart, though. So this, it's the Terramundi. The Terramundi. Hang on one second. Please hold. Okay, I lied. I thought this was one of the cheaper ones. But this is the Beyond EDC Terramundi. So if you're going to be spending some top dollars, I wanted to make sure to get some top specs. But as you could tell, things ain't loading. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Beyond EDC. We got Beyond nothing so far. Anyway, while that's doing it, there it is. There it is. This thing's a beast. Just open it. Okay. Yeah, this thing is heavy. You could choke up on it. This is a Demco design. It actually falls quite nicely. For a huge blade, and how heavy that blade is, it's got a controlled descent. That's impressive. That's impressive. Unlike their website. Come on. I wanted to get some specs. Some specs in Infinity Sex. So it looks like this is $308. This is the Riverwolf. This is titanium. M390. What's the blade say? R out of 200. Maybe this is a prototype. Wow, their website is audible. You know what? Let's go elsewhere. We'll go to the Blade HQ. There we go. 4-inch. There's your specs right there from Blade HQ. $300 out of stock. Why am I reviewing this then if it's out of stock? Maybe it's just not available yet. Ooh. Alright, right off the bat, if you choke up here, you're going to feel all of this right there. I don't like that. This thing was designed to be held like this, apparently. And you can keep reading the specs. Bead blasted gray titanium handle, titanium frame lock, tip up ambidextrous pocket clip. You can flip it. It's kind of a cool looking pocket clip. And the lanyard go right through it. This thing's centered pretty well. It looks cool. You could tell it's Demco. I mean, just look at the beastly size of that blade. It kind of gives me a Formax vibe. Hey, people are looking at your details here, huh? This is a Chinese knife. How much does it weigh? 7 ounces. It's a heavy one. This is a flat grind? It is a flat grind. Wow. It's a high flat grind. I love the drop though. A huge heavy blade, and it just drops like that. Overall length, 8.75 inches. 4-inch blade. But what's the cutting? What's the cutting length? 1, 2, 3.5. 3.5 inches of cutting. They count blade length to here, the middle of the choil? That make no sense. They count blade length all the way up to the pivot, pretty much, inside. I don't. I count cutting. You're not going to cut into there. Anyway, oh, we can get rid of this. There goes your specs. One last look. This is Blade HQ's, because their actual website would not load. Couldn't load. Look at this case. This is a nice waterproof case. Reminds me of the Gungnir case. You have some space right here due to a little stuff right there. That might cause something to leak. That needs to be filed down a little bit so that it can seal properly. You can see a gap right there. So I wouldn't fully trust its waterproof abilities yet. And I'm not allowed to test it, so I won't. Anyway, the knife. We're here about the knife. This is uncomfortable. All of this needs to be changed or something. That right there, I don't like, if you're back there. But choking up, it's fine. And you can still feel these on this finger, but it's not as bad. Look how thick that blade is. People like knife comparisons. Some don't, but I'm going to do one. So, you know. Yeah. Let's go with this one. The Kubi 322. There we go. How about an Oreo cookie? There you go. So, I gave you technical specs. I'll let you read them if you want. Pause it back then. And, you know, what you really want to know probably is how it feels in hand. It's comfortable. Actually, probably what you really want to know is it worth $300 plus tax? Me? Personally? I wouldn't. There's a lot of other things I can get for $300 plus tax that's a bit more comfortable. I mean, the regular Formax goes on sale sometimes for $200. And that's a bit more beastly. It's not titanium, but I don't know. I could think of other things. What are you going to use this knife for? Full titanium handle, giant M390 blade. This is a hard user, but it's going to be hard to use when it's uncomfortable right here. These 3 points of contact, like just holding it is uncomfortable. So just using it after a while, that's going to get very uncomfortable. I don't know. I usually like big knives. But what is this one's purpose? Why am I here? Why do I exist? The action's good. Like I said, it's impressive that it's got that slow control drop with such a heavy blade. This is just initial impressions, you know. I'm gonna be hanging on to this for a week or two. And, you know, maybe I'll do a follow-up. But in the meantime, I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure. It's on bearings. But, you know, this is just an initial whatever. I thought I was going to be like, you know, checking out knives at a Walmart. Then I realized that this is an expensive knife. You're going to need a bit more thought before you drop $300 on something. But my initial impressions on this are, don't drop $300 on this. There's other things you can drop $300 on. So, yeah. That's all I got for you. So, yeah. I'll see you in 2 weeks on this bad boy. And I'll let you know how it works out. So I'll catch you next time.